Give me about 30 more seconds. We should be live in a couple of minutes. What's up, Gina?
Okay, we are live on Zoom and on YouTube. Wade.
Pardon me?
We are live.
Hey, guys. Got a couple pro tips for you today. Let me kind of share my screen with you if you don't mind. Everybody see that?
Yes, we do.
All right, fantastic. Guys, as I like to start off a lot of our talks by talking about the platform. What a great partnership between David Allen Capital and Bank Breezy, which is really not a company, it's a brand. It is the brand for the platform. It's 100% online application process. There's no hassles, quick decisions. We're offering the number one success tool in the country for small business people, which is working capital. Every time someone gets funded, you get paid. We don't fund directly. There's always going to be an agent, so we're not competing against you guys. Your whole job is to get the word out, and I can tell you, once you get about a dozen or 2 dozen fundings on the paper, next year you can expect to get at least that many more because our clients come back anywhere from 4 to 6 times for more funding. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the preferred funding offers and a couple other things. To give you an idea of how all this works, here's a deal out of Florida. It's a construction company. These were the different options they had, and they chose the 4 month deal over the 100% because it was only 105 for 100%. And then they had a line of credit they could have accepted, but they didn't. Here's one out of Texas. It's 83,000. They were getting ready to take that 100%, but they're going to switch over to the 24-month line of credit with monthly payments. And then here's one that we funded, which was a restaurant for 120,000 in Missouri. So we got a couple of spotlighted companies. One is a restaurant in Missouri. It's 120,000. It was funded the same day it was submitted. They were going to use it for back taxes. Every one of our clients have their own needs for why they get the capital, but they need to get these taxes paid, federal and state. Then we had a construction company in Florida, 190,000. They had a lot of upcoming jobs. They just needed to get the inventory in order. They submitted it, and we funded this in 13 hours. Would have been funded quicker, but they needed to make a decision on which one of the offers they wanted to accept the maximum amount, or do they want to go with the 100% program. Valac, you guys get your Valac in the mail? I got mine. Let me just stop sharing here. I got mine in the mail. You guys are throwing away leads. Let me tell you what I do with these Valacs. I tell you this all the time, but my wife knows not to throw these away. I take them all out and I sort. I sort through every one of these. Well, the first one on top is a lawn care company in Greenville, South Carolina, and they're offering these specials on getting weeds out of your lawn. So basically, what I'm going to do later on today and tomorrow morning is I'm going to start calling these. It's probably out of about 60. There's probably about 38 that are local because I'm going to get rid of all the ones that are not. And I'm going to call this, and they got their phone number here, and I'm going to basically say, hey, my name is Wade. I'm looking at your Valac coupon. I just wondered, do you go down as far as Clinton or over to Spartanburg or up to Clemson? I don't really need you right now, but I got some friends in that area. Are you okay if I give them this Valac and be able to take advantage of these offers that you have? And they're going to say yes. Well, can I get your email and your cell phone number for us to get some information to you in case they are interested? And then after I do that, I said, by the way, my name is Wade. I'm the funding director for David Allen Capital for this particular area in Greenville. And we love small business people like you guys. Love your ads. If you ever have a marketing campaign like this, or you ever just need money for a incredible idea that's more month at the end of the money, or you just need to make payroll, we love helping small businesses. We don't even pull a credit report on you. We really value revenue over credit. So if you ever have any situations where you need funding quickly, we know the banks aren't helping anyone. Let me know. I'll get this information to my friends, and in the meantime, I'm going to text you and email you a little bit of information. It's that simple, and I do that with every single one of us. That's about 36 to 38 leads in that pack. If I only get two of them that say, "Hey, yeah, I'm interested," that was worth my phone calls. It would take me probably about an hour and a half to call all these at max. Probably not that long. But the ones I get in touch with are the main ones I'm gonna concentrate on. And I know that if I get their email and their cell phone number, they've already given it to me, and they give me permission. So I'm gonna send them that information. So those are my little tips for the day. Does anyone have any questions about anything, industry types, any other questions about funding at all?
We have Miner's hand up. Miner, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Wade? How you doing today?
I'm great, my friend. How you doing?
Yes. Hey, I was wondering, have we ever I know we furnish funding like dementia center, like older people or mid people, age people that have dementia, but have we been funding a lot of them lately?
Be real careful about talking about old people, folks.
I'm
But
sorry.
yeah, we have. We actually fund a lot of them. If you will take the time to Google home health care and healthcare facilities and that sort of thing, and get them all down, do the exact same thing I'm doing when I call them. We've got scripts in the back for cold call, warm. All those are in your agent resource center, but they are really, really, really good to contact. You just getting by the gatekeeper on the home on the facilities is a little bit tougher, but they get paid not to let you get through. So we got scripts for that you can contact. And then the other thing is home health care. They're going to all need money. The reason they are is because the government's always late with their checks, and they got payroll to make. They hire a lot of folks, so most of them work out of their own home. So yeah, that's
Yes,
a
sir.
great industry to tap into.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man. Great question.
All right, we have David Osborne. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yes, good morning, Wade. Thank you for all the information that you pass along to us. I have a question. It's regarding the credit pull. I know that Giggle does a hard credit pull. What about Bank Breezy? Like, say, for instance, you have somebody, they go through the application, and either at the end or throughout the process, is there a hard pull with Bank Breezy?
Okay, David went over that last night too on call that we did that was for recruiting. But first of all, Giggle only does a hard pull when you're 100% approved and you're ready and you already signed and you're ready. They don't do it to check your credit. They do it more to make sure you're who you say you are.
Okay.
But as far as Bank Breeze is concerned, we don't ever pull credit. We do a soft FICO look. We don't. There are a lot of industries. I mean, a lot of providers that do credit pulls. None of ours do. We wouldn't let them on the platform if they're going to do a hard pull. That can really harm small business people, especially if you get a an unscrupulous rep, someone who is really out there and you can't trust anything they do. They'll blast out to as many lenders as they can, even if they're not even contract with them, trying to get them to see if they can get a contract and get funded with them. The problem is when you send those out to those providers who do pull a hard credit, then your credit can go down from like a 600 to about a 490 to 510, like overnight. So no, we never ever pull a hard credit.
Thank you very much, Wade, for your help and for clarifying that. Okay.
You got it. Thank you, buddy.
All right, and we've got Brandon. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, Wade. Yes, I want to echo thank you for clarifying because I didn't know the credit happened after they were approved. So that's helpful. But my question is when we're speaking with a lead, somebody who wants to move forward in the process, after they fill out the Bank Breezy intake form, are you the person that calls them? I'm trying to figure out how to like position the next steps. Like someone will call you. I'd like to be as specific and personalized as I can, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, there is no particular one person. But when we get the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get an email, and they're going to get an email, and you're going to get an email with all the information about the person. So you can, if you're one of these really good reps like Nick, Ellen, Carlican, those folks, they follow up and they talk to the client ahead of time. So you're gonna basically tell them that they're gonna complete their information. If they stall and it's not completed, we've got a team of people, whether it's McGuire, Brad, whoever it is, that's going to contact them and let them know that they have stalled in the process. They stopped, or maybe they had problems uploading their bank statements. We're going to help them with that. But then once we get through the process where we start getting offers, then what we're going to do is you're going to get an email every time through that process and say there's an offer been presented. We're going to call your client, we're going to text and email them, we're going to do everything we can to get them on the phone. But if we can't, we're going to send the email with the offer and continue trying to contact them. And you'll be given information that we are in the process of doing that. Does that answer your question? There's no one person to give. You can just tell them though that our Bank Greasy team will be helping them all the way through the process. Okay, I guess he's gone.
Oh, here he just raised his hand again, so I'll unmute him. Go ahead, Brandon.
Sorry, I muted prematurely. Okay, so you're saying that they fill out their information, they get an offer, but you actually don't make contact like over the phone, or your team doesn't until an offer or approval decision has been presented. Is that right?
Well, that is correct unless there's an issue. If there's an issue, then we contact them and talk to them. There's no need for us to talk to them until an offer's been made. We do contact them. They're getting tons of emails from us there, and they've got phone numbers they can call if they got any problems. As a matter of fact, if they stall on the initial application and don't complete it, they've got a number to call. We get calls all the time. It goes through our teams. I'm the last one. Sometimes it gets to me, but not often. And then we answer and we find out what it is that we're trying to that they need a question on. But there's no need for us to talk to them until we've gotten our offer. Usually it's within a couple hours anyway. Most likely the same day, unless it's late in the afternoon. It'd be the first thing the next morning.
Okay, and in that offer extension, there's instructions. Okay, I think you've explained it well. Thank you for clarifying.
Not a problem. Thanks.
All right, we've got Jose. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Good morning. I have two questions. On the 250K in a day, what is a good average monthly revenue for somebody to receive that?
You mean
The maximum
25K in a day?
Yes, sir.
Instead of 250, you meant 25. Well, they got to have to get. Quite frankly, almost all of ours are in a day anyway. But they're going to have at least 25,000 worth of funding to get it 25,000 in a day. If you got 25,000 and above,
No. I'm at the maximum 250.
There's no such thing as a 250 in a day thing that we do. It's 25K up to 10K in a day. But as far as getting 250,000 the same day, that's what you're asking me, right?
Yeah, for the preferred. For the preferred.
Okay, preferred. Well, they're gonna need to be doing about if they qualify for preferred, they're gonna be need to doing it about 125 and above to get that.
Okay, great. Now the next question is on the preferred also for when they say 90 days is the cutoff. If they go after 90 days, then they're going to be paying the full amount. Is that
No,
90
that's
days?
not that's not what we say at all.
Okay.
Yeah, on the 100%, it can be a week, it can be a month, it can be 6 months. It doesn't matter. That 90 days has to do with us getting a bonus, if of the same amount if they don't pay it off in the first 90 days.
Okay. Now, in regards to that, them not paying it off in the first 90 days, those 90 days, are those business days or calendar
Yes,
days?
they're business days.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we have Orlando. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Excellent. Good morning, Wade. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, let me correct what I just said. They are on that particular deal. It is 90 days, not business days. I stand corrected.
Okay. Okay. Wade, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. How you doing,
Fantastic.
friend?
Good
Haven't
morning.
spoken to you in a while.
Well, I'm going to make sure you speak to me more frequently then. So this is an opportunity today. I've got a prospect. It's a funeral home. Are funeral homes good for our type of funding? And have we funded funeral homes? I'm going to be
We
speaking
funded
with
a lot.
one later
Yeah,
today.
we funded a lot of funeral homes. They are good, and there's some big profit in that industry, especially on caskets and just the whole process. So yeah, we're really good, and we love funeral homes. Just don't see very many of them. Business has been kind of dead on funeral home side lately,
No
so
pun intended.
maybe you can get us some more action.
I'm gonna work on waking one up today. I was just thinking, even a line of credit, because they're constantly drawing out money and replenishing it, so that could be another source that could be good for funeral homes.
You're right.
Fantastic. You've answered my question. I
Thank
have
you, my
more
friend.
confidence going into my call today. Thank you, Wade.
Good talking to you.
Good talking to you as well.
All right, and last but not least, TLC 82. I'm sorry I don't have your name. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
That's me. I don't know why it shows up as TLC 82, but my name's Tim Chase. So I have a question from a great guy who signed up yesterday with DAC. His question is, can a business owner become a partner first and then apply for a loan for himself on his own website? And I know we covered that last week, but I don't remember exactly what the answer was. I sent a thing to support, but if we can just get it answered here, that'd be great. And since
Yeah.
he's here listening,
Yeah, I mean, 99% of the time the answer is no, unless you as the broker allow it that brought him in. We don't. Here's the reason you don't want people that are brokers to get paid on their own business if they've never had a funding, is because they're new and if I told the underwriters if they knew that they were a broker or an agent of DAC, they probably would have a problem funding it because that's just not how it usually, almost all the time they can't come in and get paid on their own funding right away. But if you approve it and David approves it ahead of time, then uh, you know I'm out of the picture because I don't handle commissions anyway, and I'm only on the funding side. But I think that would be a good one to ask Morgan and David. But it's just not the way we do business. But it's not saying that it can't be done.
I'm so
is
sorry.
it
I was
kind
answering a question in the chat. If you want to repeat it, maybe I can answer it from a support side. So sorry, everyone.
Yeah, he was just
so the
asking if you're brand new and you've signed up as a broker as an agent with David Allen Capital, can you submit your own business as your first
Got it.
piece of business and get a commission?
Okay, good question. So and that's funny because I was just answering someone else with the same question in the chat. We protect enrollers. So if someone is joining to only earn on themselves as a business owner, the enroller would then have to give the okay for them to earn a commission on themselves. We don't automatically allow it. It's a bit different if you're an agent for a year or two and have joined to be a DAC agent, but you also have a business and decide to get funding eventually. that's case by case, and we just try to protect the person who referred you. Of course, if you tell a business owner about the funding tomorrow and they learn they can also be an agent, they can earn on themselves and bypass you. We try to prevent that and protect the person who forwarded you to DAC. But if you're like, yeah, sure, earn on yourselves and I'll get the override, that's to the enroller's discretion.
So basically, it's up to you to get in touch with DAC and allow it or not.
Yes, exactly. And our default is not to allow someone to just join and earn on themselves unless we get the okay from the enroller.
Right.
Processing, some people in payment processing use it as a selling point. If someone's happy with their processor and I know that's not the subject of this call, but I see that a bit more frequently where you might use it as a selling point for a business owner to sign up as an agent and earn on their own processing. If we can't save them any money over what they're already doing on payment processing. So does that answer your question?
He's
Yes,
basically
thank you.
saying on merchant services. I mean, I do that all the time on merchant services. I let them be their own agent right out the gate.
It's a lot more common there, but all right.
Is that the only question?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and that's all we've got for hands up. I think I've covered
I
everything.
think, okay, I think that's it. Listen, guys, thanks again. I really appreciate you guys hopping on. I know your time's valuable, and we will we'll